Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Wyman and Bob.
On Seattle Sports.
Streaming live on the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Dave Wyman and Bob Stelton.
Mike Lefko and Dave Wyman here with you at T-Mobile Park, where, Dave, I think the story of the day, the only good thing happening is Tucker is out on the field. He's having a good time. we might just talk about that. I don't know. I was kind of hoping Shannon Dreher would go 2 hours plus on the post-game show, but she did not, so we're here. No, Shannon did a great job. We are now stepping in.
Don't blame Shannon.
No, and actually, she's yelling from the back. She did everything she could. That's true, yeah. Shannon. You are going to hear Shannon Dreher in the newest episode of the Cal Raleigh Show at 6 o'clock. It's a unique episode, I'll say that. So it's worth watching and listening to. That's coming up at 6 o'clock, an immersive, interactive Cal Raleigh Show, the latest one coming your way at 6. But Wyman and I are here. And Dave, yeah, Tucker was running around in the sprinklers. That's got to be fun. But outside of that, there was really nothing good that happened for the Mariners tonight, this series, unfortunately, because today just kind of looked exactly like Tuesday night. And it was extremely disappointing, especially kind of how last night ended. And you thought maybe this would be that spark. Everyone's kind of clinging to something, right? Yeah. We're looking for, all right, what's going to be the boost? What's going to be that moment you can latch onto, associating it to 2022 and the Jesse Winker brawl and what that led to, and kind of thinking, hey, maybe that was the turnaround for the Mariners in a season that's been so underwhelming. That last night seemed like it could be what the Mariners could use as a spark, and they come out today and just absolutely flat.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to explain, and kind of the funny thing was I went into the press conference to listen to Manny Acta, and then afterwards you asked me, what did he say? And I'm like, I really don't know. I don't really know. No, I mean, honestly, he was just trying. I mean, I don't want to say it was word salad because that's kind of a negative connotation, but you know, it was like, don't really know how to explain it. They really don't know. And I really, the same thing with Bryce Miller. He really, you know, he was up there. He's like, yeah, I thought I threw some pretty good pitches. And there was a couple of them, you know, you saw where the pitch landed, and it wasn't a terrible pitch. It wasn't like some cookie that was, you know, right over the plate. And so he starts off with 40 pitches in the first inning, and you know, all of a sudden you're like, okay, we're gonna get the bullpen warmed up. So, and it's so unlike Bryce Miller, because for most of the season I thought he's their ace, he's their best pitcher. When he came back from his injury, he was phenomenal. So, but yeah, I mean, and he was kind of the same way. It was like they really don't know, and that was the thing somebody asked Emerson Hancock the last time we were here. You know, what's going on with this team? And he's like, you know, he said, we really don't know, because obviously they've had conversations about it, right? And so, like you said, Mike, I'm always looking for, and we're always like, okay, is this the win that propels them? Do we look back to this moment? And it just hasn't gotten any kind of momentum. It's like every time you have a moment, like you think last night with Dan getting thrown out. How many times does Dan get thrown out? I remember in spring training we were like, what's the over-under on how many times he'll get thrown out?
I think it's just like 3 total now. It is not a lot. And then in his pregame media session, they asked him, have you ever been suspended for a game? This is the first time he's ever been suspended. I think that's an automatic rule. So yeah, that kind of led to this whole chaotic day, is that we found out before the game Gabe Spire was suspended 3 games. Now he's appealing that for what he did last night. It was deemed intentional. He was ejected. Dan Wilson gets ejected because your player. If they get ejected, the manager is. And then I guess it sounds like if a player is suspended because of that, then the manager is automatically suspended for a game. And we were trying to figure that out beforehand. But yeah, so it was a strange situation going into it. But yes, all of that, you think that would be a motivating factor, right? Like, look at this. Our reliever got this excessive penalty, a little unfair. Manager suspended as well. We don't have those 2 guys. We're facing a guy that is very hateable from his time with the Astros, just around baseball. He's not a likable guy. He has done things like that in the past. So if there's ever a moment to come out and say, all right, we have a rallying cry, we have something to really stand behind. Yeah. It was that, and all of a sudden, it was just nothing. It was nothing from the offense. It was Bryce Miller was very good after the first 2 innings. He retired the final 10 batters he faced, but we've seen with pitchers sometimes you can get to them early in that first inning. It's really tough for them to settle in that first inning when they are a little shaky. You can jump on them early before they find their routine. He was working with a catcher in Johnny Pareda that he hadn't worked with in a while. I'll have to go back and look. I don't know how many times he's actually worked with him this year because Pareda was not up here for very long. Yeah. And, Bryce Miller was hurt for a chunk of the season, and then he was piggybacking for a little bit. So I can't imagine they have a lot of familiarity with each other. The Tigers took advantage, and the Mariners' offense is just – it wasn't there all series. Yeah. No extra base hits in the 2 losses. They got a few yesterday, and they needed it. And that was the difference. The difference in the series, Dave, extra base hits. Yeah. Kind of comes down to that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's you look at the slug for, a lot of the Mariners, just very low, very unlike them. And, I was looking at their offense with McGonigal and, they were just smashing the ball. And I'm like, this was us last year, right? That's who we were offensively. So, I mean, it just entirely has swapped, and that I thought maybe that was going to be, the motivation, the much hated Framber Valdez, and that maybe that was going to be something, today, but didn't work out. And so, yeah, it's just very, very difficult to try to figure out what in the world's going on with this team. And like I said, listening to Manny Acta and Bryce Miller, it's like the same thing that we've heard from almost everybody, that they realize this is a much better team than they're playing. So, yeah, it's very frustrating. And, the other thing is, we talked about this before, Mike, that it's a totally different sport, obviously, but I feel like Mike Macdonald always knows what the problem is, and he has something that he can pinpoint and say, hey, we need to do this, whether it's like he got ahead of the whole turnover ratio thing about mid-season. He was starting to talk about it and, address that. And certainly they did at the end. The last 4 games they did, including the Super Bowl, they did not turn the ball over, and he was able to, put his finger on it. Now, again, totally different sport, so I get that, but yeah, this is. I feel like they don't really know what to put their finger on. What's the problem, and it's not just the coaches, it's the players as well. It's just a very, I don't know if we've ever since I've been doing radio, covered a more confusing team.
Yeah. I think the issue, you can pinpoint the issue. I don't know if you can fix it, though. And I think that's the frustration. I think there's one at bat today that kind of was a microcosm of all the issues plaguing the Mariners this year when it comes to approach and swing decisions. And it really stuck out because of the contrast to what the Tigers did. And we talked about the Tigers jumping on Bryce Miller early. Dylan Dingler, that home run, that was a pitch that was on the edge of the zone, right? He's ahead in the count. Bryce Miller has a great pitch there, kind of on the edge of the strike zone, maybe a bit outside. Could have been called a strike. But Dingler attacks that pitch. And what does he do? He crushes it. Yeah. Multi-run home run. You go to the 6th inning. Mariners are only down 4-0 at that point. Julio comes up. First and or 2 on, 2 outs. Julio gets ahead. 3-0. Watches 2 curveballs. Now, the first one, okay, maybe you're assuming that a 3-0 pitch, you're going to groove one in, make sure you actually get a strike because, hey, if he misses and he's out of control, you get a walk, you load the bases. Yeah. But on a 3-1 pitch, you need to be swinging. I mean, that's just got to be. Julio, in that moment, had the big home run last night. This is the guy that they need to rely on, especially with Cal Raleigh not in the lineup today. So if you're Julio, you cannot in that situation be looking for a walk on a 3-1 pitch. What happens there? That curveball settles in. It's a strike. He takes it for a strike. The very next pitch, another curveball, ground ball over to third. Yeah. Threat negated, and it soon got out of hand after that because then the Tigers tacked on another run, and then they kind of blew it up after. But in that moment, still 4-0, a swing like that could change the game, or at least get you back in it. And then you have some momentum. We have seen crooked numbers get put up. So that kind of summed up like these approaches right now. We don't know what's being coached them. We don't know what the process is at times. And maybe in that situation, you are thinking that Valdez, who was kind of out of control a little bit, you want to take the smart decision and get a walk. But on certain batters, you put more on them. If that's someone like a Leo Rivas or a Weston Wilson or someone that you don't necessarily expect to be the guy to carry the brunt of the offense, I get that. Keep the line moving. But this is Julio. And, right, we've talked about it. I think everyone we have on talks about it. Your stars need to be your stars. He needed to be a star in that moment.
Right. Yeah, and their hitters did in those moments.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that and I thought maybe there was a lot of talk, on the broadcasts and everything about this maybe being a rivalry with the Tigers, and maybe that would fire up the team, whatever. But just have not had that moment, and thought maybe it was last night. Really did, and the launching point, and then just total disappointment. And by the way, we had just been talking about who was the position player that has pitched.
Brought that up, yeah.
And, remember we were talking about it, and wasn't it Weston Wilson has actually pitched, but it wasn't here, right?
Well, he was playing first. So if you didn't want to put Naylor in today, I guess you're not going to burn him. But that would have been my pick. Yeah. So I got that wrong. But I made an educated guess on that. So, unfortunately, we did get the answer to that question that, we threw out there, what was it, just like a week ago? Like, all right, who's going to be the Mariners position player that pitches? Victor Robles did not have that on any kind of bingo card.
What's funny is, one of the security guards was, and she really didn't know, what the deal was or whatever, but she came in and we were talking to her, and she goes, well, while Robles is pitching, she's like, why is he throwing it like that? I thought it was really funny because, if she just kind of walked in and, like, my wife would have probably said the same thing. Like, she wasn't really paying attention to the games. Like, that's weird. Why is he throwing that big loopy ball like that? So I don't know how they settled on him. But, and it was just not good. Didn't end up well. So, but at least we know that maybe he won't be next time, but hopefully we don't have one of those.
I was going to say, you don't usually see it, and if you're the Mariners, you never want to be in that situation again this year. If they are, that's even more concerning. You keep wondering, all right, is this rock bottom? Certainly you're going to go up from here. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, with more season to go, you keep finding new ways to maybe say, well, maybe this is rock bottom. And I can't imagine much worse than what happened today. So hopefully this is rock bottom in that kind of sick, twisted, like, well, it can't get any worse. Hopefully this is it. And this is you firmly hit as far down as you can go. Because in a series where it's going to mean so much down the stretch, the Tigers are neck and neck with you in the wild card race. You've now lost that tiebreaker. The Tigers have the tiebreaker by winning the season series against the Mariners. Mm-hmm. You had a chance to get within a half game of the final wild card spot because, yes, we bemoan what the Mariners are doing, but no one in baseball, especially the American League, is stepping up. The Guardians are in a miserable stretch right now. They've fallen out of the final wildcard spot. The Twins are just kind of middling around there. The Rangers, who have kind of announced, like, we've quit on the season, they're in the final wildcard spot right now. So it is there for the taking, which makes it even more frustrating. And you said so confusing that the Mariners just cannot get up there and seize that. And that's why this loss today, I think, goes down as probably the worst of the season in terms of just disappointment of what could have been because you gave up 11 runs, gave up 16 hits, second highest hit total the Mariners have given up this season. And, Dave, what stuck out to me, and I'm curious to get your thoughts and maybe our listeners as well, matchup-wise, I guess I could understand why a Josh Naylor and a Cal Raleigh were sitting out today. Lefty pitcher, very good lefty pitcher. You could always give your catcher a day off. Cal is taken such a punishment back there behind the plate. I think it was known that he wasn't going to catch today, so we show up to today maybe expecting him to DH because you're not going to catch a day game after a night game, especially with 3 more games coming up. You want him there against the Rays. I fully expected Cal Raleigh to be the DH today. The same thing with a Josh Naylor, who's kind of that spark plug, who he's the one that kind of gets the Tigers off their game. He's the irritant for the Tigers. So to take those two out, and maybe it was kind of precautionary of, hey, Framber Valdez, we know in the past he's going to hit some key Mariners players. There might be some retaliation coming from the Tigers side. It almost felt like the Mariners were too proactive in trying to protect those guys, and they hamstrung themselves. You let your opponent dictate the terms of the battle by not putting in 2 of your stars, 2 guys who could be that pest to the other team. And if you're looking at a lineup here, sure, I know Cal Raleigh's not having the season that we expected, and I know Josh Naylor is at times not doing offensively what we expected, But wouldn't you rather have those two in the lineup than a guy like Weston Wilson, who, no offense to him, he's done great in some spots here, but someone like Weston Wilson, who was not even on the roster a couple of months ago, or a Leo Rivas, who has just come up here. Now, Brendan Donovan was the other one who was out, so it's probably why Rivas was in. I don't know if you needed Donovan today. I get why he was out. He's coming back from a pretty severe injury. But to not have Cal and to not have Naylor in there, that was a little confusing, especially how this one played out. There's the lack of a fight to not have two of your big bats out there.
Yeah, and you asked the question, can they afford to roll out a lineup with Weston Wilson, Rivas, and Pareda? No,
Right.
they can't.
Yeah.
They can't. So, yeah, I mean, it's they don't have that luxury. So, yeah, that was kind of confusing a little bit too, especially the day after what could have maybe been some momentum building.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think a lot of people frustrated by that as well. Getting some texts. Willem in Maple Valley tells me I'm crazy.
Oh, I haven't even looked. Oh,
Yeah.
no. All right.
He said, David.
Dive
He even
into
called me
this.
David. That's like.
Are you in trouble?
That's what my mom says. Well, actually, she says David Matthew. That hasn't happened in like maybe 30 years. But anyway, he said, are you crazy? You're saying the M's team is better than they are playing? Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
They are.
And he says, no, they are not. So I guess you've entirely given up at this point. But, I mean, come on. I mean, if you just got even, I don't think anybody expected anything close to 60 home runs out of Cal. But, it looked like he kind of had a breakout season, and it's just not working out for him. Same thing with Julio and Naylor right now. So, yeah, essentially they're healthy. I mean, I guess Brash is still the one that you're sort of pining away for as far as the injury part of it goes. But you got Donovan back, and, everybody seems to be pretty healthy. Julio off the concussion protocol, all that, and they're just not getting it done. So, yeah, I don't know what else you say about this team. And like I said, I thought Manny Acta, I mean, I don't, what else is he going to say? He very general, and, we got to play better, we got to hit better, all of those things, and just not happening right now. So it's a very frustrating, I think, especially because of, the expectations that they were going to take the next step, meaning go to the World Series, and it just does not look close to being that kind of team right now.
In honor of Bob, I'll read this text because,
Okay.
well, someone else mentioned that they would be fascinated to hear Bob after a loss like this. They go, Bob is hilarious after a loss like this. He'll be back tomorrow. Don't worry. He'll have plenty of time to hear from Bob. He was off today. Dave's like, I'm peacing out tomorrow. You've had enough. So, Wyman, you will not be here. But
Yeah.
I have to read this text from the 425. I think Bob would appreciate this.
Okay.
425 says, this team is cheeks.
He would get a giggle.
He
out of
would,
that.
yes. Bob loves that term more than anything else. So, yeah, there you go. I mean, that's the sentiment of the fans there.
He usually says like a dog poop sort of performance is typically his favorite. But
Yeah.
So yeah, there would be lots more complaining here for sure. But I mean, look, I think every fan and guys like Bob have the right to do that. That's what they've brought on. They've brought it on themselves.
It's yes, it's warranted after this series where, especially to have a game like this where you could have won the series and have it look identical to Tuesday night. We came on Wednesday and said, man, that was deflating. You have all this buildup after the trade deadline, the excitement of what this offense could look like. Brendan Donovan's back for the first time in nearly 3 months. Taylor Ward is here. Look at the lineup you can have, and you get no extra base hits, you get shut out. And then again today, you get no extra base hits, you get shut out. And the final score, I mean, once you're putting a position player in, it could have been anything, but it was essentially identical. It was 8-0 until Victor Robles came in. So you almost had the identical outcome on Tuesday and Thursday, and that's why, maybe unfairly so, or not, I mean, if anyone is going to step up, it's got to be your stars. Julio did that. He did that last night, and what happened? They won. So if you're not going to have Cal Raleigh in the lineup, and you're not going to have Josh Naylor in the lineup, it has to be on someone like Julio. Randy, he's had a really good season to this point, but it puts an unfair burden, I think, on those guys. And that chunk there, what was it, 3, 4, and 5 there, somewhere in the order today, where you had Randy and Julio, and Cole Young has now become kind of that bat that you rely on.
Yeah.
Tough when they aren't getting it going, but this is an offense that I think we've broken it down, and we've had a number of guests that break it down, that it is very reliant on the home run. Extra base hits in general, but it's not necessarily a doubles hitting team in this park. Doubles are hard to come by for this ballpark. So you built it to be a home run team, and you aren't getting home runs. You look at this game, the Orioles got a couple of home runs. That's the difference. They get that early lead, and the Mariners are playing catch-up. Framber Valdez, he is a pretty good pitcher at times. He showed that, but the Mariners really didn't even make him work. I mean, he was able to kind of cruise through. What did he go? At some point, Dave, kind of like you in the postgame presser, it kind of blurred together for me. And I was like, he's still pitching. I have no idea how long he's gone. So he does go 7 innings and gives up 5 hits in this one. But, yeah, you let their starter go 7. And you don't get to the bullpen. You let this guy kind of cruise through there. And then, it was kind of out of reach after that moment in the 6th inning. You looking at the text still?
No. I'm just looking at I'm looking at stats as far as like OPS, and maybe there's similar type of frustration in Toronto. You think, considering they went to the World Series last year, and you look at like their numbers, them and the Guardians. I bet their fans very frustrated because you look at OPS and slug, they're down there where the Mariners are.
Oh yeah, no, Blue Jays fans are livid. Yeah, that because John Morosi is on with them like every week as well, and he relays that information. Or he had a Blue Jays tweet he put out there, and you look at the responses, and people aren't happy with it. It was something about the pitching, and they're like, this offense is terrible. We don't care about the Blue Jays pitching. What about their offense? So not going well for either the ALCS teams. Yeah, I know, tough spot. But the difference is, and what makes it probably more infuriating for the fan base, certainly understandable, is that the Mariners still are right there. And they just don't seize an opportunity. I think if it comes to a series or trying to gain ground in the division or putting away a division and now the wild card, whenever there's been an opportunity, it has not been seized yet this year. The Mariners win this series. You even up the season series with the Tigers, so then you kind of go down to a second tiebreaker. You would only be sitting a half game back in the wild card. Instead, you lose, and you're now behind the Rangers, who have the final wild card spot.
Who have basically waved the white flag.
Well, a number of these teams have. So the Rangers, Orioles, and Tigers, all ahead of you in the wild card, all have said, no, we have essentially punted on this season. The Tigers literally traded their 2 best pitchers. And because they won today, they're now a half game up on you. So you're behind the Rangers, Guardians, Twins, Orioles, Tigers.
Wow. 4
teams in front of you to just get to that final wild card spot, but all within a game and a half. And that's where it just gets almost more infuriating because they are so close. I get kind of the Blue Jays frustration, but you've probably come to terms with it being a lost season if you're the Blue Jays. The Mariners just hang on enough. They're like, well, are they going to do it? And then they keep not doing it. So the frustration continues. I get that. I understand it. And the stretch gets even more brutal. We'll talk about that coming up. Actually, we'll talk about that next because the Rays are coming to town. And the rest of August only gets more excruciatingly difficult. We'll break that down. Mike Lefko and Dave Wyman here with you. Wyman and Bob on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
Sasaki, Reynolds, Tino, the boomstick.
Hit a ton, deep left field. That might leave the entire ballpark, and it did. Boomstick, baby. Man, did he kill it.
The top 50 Mariners of all time are unveiled Saturday at 5:30 in a celebration 50 years in the making. The Mariners' 50 season celebration ceremony. Hear every moment live on Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Fast Home Services is a 5-tool player. One call for it all. Water heaters, plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical. It's Dave Wyman here, and the same Seattle company that's handled your hot water since 1986 is now handling everything that keeps the house running. One number, one team, home field advantage for your actual home. Call 1-800-THINK-FAST to book your free in-home estimate or visit fasthomeservices.com for a virtual quote in seconds. Water heaters, plumbing, HVAC, and electrical services.
At Farmers, our honesty is contagious.
Wait, am I going to catch honesty?
Well, when you're with Farmers, it's kind of inevitable.
Well, how long does it take to... I lied to you when you asked if I knew what a deductible was. I don't know my dad's birthday, and I thought umbrella policies were for rainstorms. Actual rainstorms. I have it, don't I?
you don't just have honesty.
You have Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate. Products not available in every state.
Hey, Mike Salk here for Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. And not all getaways are going to earn 4 diamonds, but you can experience the 4 Diamond Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, where the breathtaking views, elevated dining, and world-class gaming and entertainment make the perfect escape. Also, check out upcoming shows. You got 80s pop sensation Taylor Dane on September 6th, or local rock legends Queensryche on October 10th. Tickets at snocasino.com. You can elevate your next getaway. That's 4 Diamond and Seattle's closest Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Please game responsibly.
Worried about tariffs, imports, hidden fees on your trees? Relax. At Big Trees, the only thing growing faster than our trees is your relief, because trees don't come with tariffs. What you will find is a massive nursery open to the public with hundreds of locally grown trees ready for planting. Come visit our nursery today or online at bigtreesupply.com. That's bigtreesupply.com.
Feeling lucky? Don't miss the Lucky Fall Classic Collector Car Truck and Boat Auction, Saturday, August 29th at Tacoma's LeMay Marymount Event Center. Up to 200 collector, vintage, and classic vehicles, many going to the highest lucky bidder with absolutely no reserve. Get lucky, get local, and get in line. Visit luckyoldcar.com for a list and pictures of auction vehicles, or call 206-467-6531 for bidding and consignment details.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run!
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Ooh, that face. Quantum Fiber Internet loves that face.
That's Jamila.
Hey, Jamila.
She's thinking outside the box from inside the box.
Quantum Fiber Wi-Fi keeps your meeting game strong. From the back door to the front lawn.
Rushing all of the video calls. Back to back to back video calls.
Quantum Fiber Internet blowing the soxies of all those people in all those boxes. Yay to you.
Switch today at quantumfiber.com. Additional pods may be needed to achieve Wi-Fi coverage in some locations. Limited availability. Service in select locations only.
Guys, if your energy is down, your workouts feel harder, and your drive isn't what it used to be, it may not be aging. It could be low testosterone. At Revive Health here in Seattle, the first step is simple: a free testosterone exam and consultation with an experienced medical provider. We'll review your labs, symptoms, and overall health to determine if testosterone therapy could help improve your energy, strength, and performance. And for a limited time, qualified patients can get started with a free month of TRT. Revive has helped over 120,000 men since 2011 improve energy, sleep, mood, and confidence. If something feels off, don't ignore it. Get answers and take control of your health. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit revivehealth.com. Revive Health. Elevate your vibe. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact Revive for full details.
This hour is brought to you by Fast Home Services.
Wyman and Bob.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
Weekdays 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Mike Lefkoe and Dave Wyman here with you from T-Mobile Park. Beautiful sunny day. At least we got that going for us.
Joe in Bellevue. I'm going to ask you a question. Is it Friday?
You're not here tomorrow, though, so he was just getting his text in now so you can read it.
It's not Friday.
No, it's well-timed.
Don't be stupid.
So are you going to read it because you're not going to be here tomorrow?
I'm not going to read it.
Okay. I'll save it for tomorrow and read it then.
All right.
Actually, I don't know when we're doing mean texts. We'll have to figure that out. So tomorrow, we're going to be live at Edgar's. Thank you for leading us into this, Dave. A good tease. Well done here.
Yeah, it was intentional.
Right, very intentional. Yeah. We're going to be live at Edgar's, so back out at Edgar's because it's the Mariners' 50 Greatest celebration weekend. A lot's going to be going on here at the ballpark. We're going to have Bob and Shannon hosting for the first hour. It takes many people to replace you, Dave. Bob and Shannon hosting for the first hour. Ryan Rowland-Smith will then join. He needs to step aside for I don't know how long, but he's doing a warm-up batting practice routine for his big home run derby. So he'll be there on the show. He'll step aside at some point, come back, and then at 5 o'clock, we know we have Brett Boone joining the set.
Nice.
We think we'll have a few more people. We'll have Paul Moyer, like always, so he'll be here. You will not be here. But, yeah, a lot happening tomorrow for us. We'll be live at Edgar, so back to the ballpark. If you want to get your mean text in today or tomorrow for Dave Wyman,
nice.
We'll pass them along.
I like the way you shielded your mic there, Mike.
Oh, I was whispering, so you wouldn't hear it.
Yeah. By the way, if Ryan Rowland-Smith performs poorly in the home run derby, is he going to blame me because I'm not there and he has to come fill in?
Good call, mate. So he's already started the excuse. Have you seen him today?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I mean, he's already started the excuse.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that right?
You know how, remember during the playoffs when Sam Darnold, the oblique injury, and some people started bringing it up? They're like, oh, so they have the built-in excuse. They thought it was a conspiracy. I think it was Colin Cowherd or someone said, oh, you got the built-in excuse. If Darnold struggles, there it is. They're like, oh, no, he was injured. So Ryan Rowland-Smith, I saw him a couple times today. He's like, my back's just really killing me. He's like, I've been taking all these swings, been taking BP, just nonstop in the cage, and my back's really hurting me, mate. So I don't know. I'm hoping for the best for our guy Hyphen. I am a little worried. That's going to happen after the game tomorrow night, 6:45 first pitch. I know usually it's a 7:10 on Friday nights in the summer, but 6:45 first pitch, the Alumni Home Run Derby tomorrow after the game. And yeah, I got to be honest. I think we're all cheering for Ryan Rowland-Smith, right? To hit 2, 3.
Well, my over
to just look good.
Mine was 4.5.
4.5?
Yeah. How many?
He only has 90 seconds.
Oh, only 90 seconds? See, I still think, everybody's like, well, he's a pitcher. I mean, he's a baseball player. Come on. I mean, he hit at one point.
Are pitchers baseball players?
He's an athlete.
Like, you don't think kickers are football players?
Yeah. I think, I just think everybody thinks he's going to look lame up there because he's a pitcher and he's going to look like he's swinging left-handed or something like it. Well, he will be swinging left-handed. Look like he's right-handed. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think they're discounting him. That's why I'm pumping up.
Right.
I'm gassing up our guy. Ryan Rowland-Smith.
I do hope he has a good showing because it is kind of an inherently unfair advantage that he did not hit his entire career. Every other guy in this home run derby, a hitter. He's the only pitcher. So he's holding it down for the pitchers. So we're cheering for Ryan Rowland-Smith. You know what? I'm going to make a bold prediction. I think he can win the crowd if he starts to hit a couple.
Yeah.
Just like Maximus in Gladiator, you win the crowd. Ryan Rowland-Smith is going to win the crowd because everyone expects Ichiro to come out and just dominate. That'll be fun to watch.
Do you want him to scream, "Are you not entertained"?
I would love it. If he goes out there and hits like 4 like you think he will, drops the bat, spins around, arms open, and just yells that to the crowd.
Are you not
Russell Crowe's Australian, right?
That's right.
Yeah. There you go. All right. I'm going to text Ryan that. We got an idea. We got a plan for Ryan Rowland-Smith. Hopefully the Mariners have some kind of plan here, Dave, through August, because this is a brutal stretch coming up. And I think adding on to why this series was so frustrating and this homestand was so frustrating is that this was going to be the easy stretch.
Right.
August is brutal. I mean, August is an absolutely brutal month for the Mariners. You now have a series against the Rays, who have the best record in the American League. Then you go on the road, take on the Yankees for 3, then the Astros, and then the Brewers, who, the Brewers are one of the best teams in all of baseball this year. So those 9 games are coming up next, and now you're chasing. Earlier in the year we looked at this, all right, well, the Mariners are going to have to hold on. They're going to hold on to their spot and get through this August, and hopefully the Rangers don't do anything. Now, you're looking at a Mariners team that is still chasing the Astros and chasing the Rangers and trying not to lose any more ground in this wild card race. You look at this next stretch and just the next 2 series, the issue here, and maybe the division is still a better shot than the wild card. Houston, 3 at the Padres, and 3 at the Giants. All right, the Giants are terrible. Texas, 3 against Baltimore. Orioles are not good. 4 at the Angels. The Angels are a disaster. So those 2 teams have markedly easier schedules than the Mariners do have coming up in these next 6. And then, we look well ahead and say, wow, there is no just relief for the Mariners here through August.
Yeah, no, it's really tough, man. I mean, especially at the Yankees, that one's going to be really interesting. But yeah, and then especially if they're on some kind of a slide, and then they end up losing that series to the Astros, I think that's where everybody is. That could be either, it could go either way right there. It could go terribly wrong if they lose that series and they don't play well against the Yankees and Tampa before that. But yeah, that's one where that could really be a gut punch, because, the Astros, much hated, and this is, they just have been hanging around, had lots of injuries, but, you look at, whenever I think of the Astros, I always think of Yordan Alvarez, and which you should, because he's just phenomenal, But yeah, that's where that's lining up to be the gut punch of the season.
Yeah, and I get the frustration today in the midst of a loss like this, that everyone texting in is very mad at us for not just quitting on the season right now. I mean, not going to do that when you're in a game and a half out of a playoff spot. It's early August. I will say, though, if you go through this next stretch and you don't win a single series, it will be bleak. Then you might have to honestly say, well, look, it's not happening this year, because the easy schedule comparatively for those 2 teams, what the Mariners have, you cannot afford to lose many more series moving forward. Certainly, you need to go and start beating teams that you, quote, shouldn't, or you haven't in the past. But the Mariners have to string together some series wins, or else, yes, it will quickly become untenable to get back up there. But right now, no. Look at logic instead of emotion here. And you can certainly have emotion and let that skew your response. But logically, a team that's a game and a half out of a playoff spot on August 6th is by no means done. Just that's the nature of what you have left here. So the Mariners are not done yet, but if this road trip doesn't go well, and then the rest of August when you come back and you take on the Cubs and the Phillies, yes, then it's going to be a lot to make up, and we might be able to say, all right, it's too much for the Mariners to make up. At this point, though, no, we'll check back in a couple weeks, and then maybe all the people telling us to give up on the season will be like, I told you so, which is just a weird thing to be proud of. But all right, yeah, we'll get there when we come to it, because the Mariners do have probably the defining stretch of the season coming up over these next few weeks, and when they do get somewhere, either to a better place, or if it does continue to be a tough road, then yeah, we might have to make a pronouncement on the season. But until then, a game and a half. They're a game and a half out of a final playoff spot, because the rest of the American League is pretty terrible this year. So it's kept the Mariners right there in it. All right, Dave, I want to switch gears to some football, because there was a conversation we didn't get to yesterday as it relates to Hard Knocks, and a key conversation that Mike Macdonald had with a member of the Seahawks defense. We'll get into that coming up next. Wyman and Bob on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
Sasaki, Raleigh, Alvin, the big unit.
1-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and it's over. And he did it. He put it right on the rump of the old steer and burned it right in there.
The top 50 Mariners of all time are unveiled Saturday at 5:30 in a celebration 50 years in the making. The Mariners' 50 season celebration ceremony. Hear every moment live on Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Hey, Mariners fans, the Law Tigers are teaming up with your Seattle Mariners and Destination Harley-Davidson to give one lucky fan a custom 2026 Street Bob to celebrate 50 seasons. Now, the bike was painted by legendary VC Designs. You can enter now at marinersbike.com. The bike will be given away live at the game on September 22nd. Go to marinersbike.com to enter today. Again, that's marinersbike.com to win. It's Bob Stelton here, and the Law Tigers was born from a passion for the open road. So if you find yourself injured in a motorcycle crash, don't settle for firms that say they're motorcycle lawyers. Trust the ones who actually live it, because you need someone who understands the ride. For 25 years, Law Tigers has helped thousands of riders with one mission: to serve the motorcycle community. Your case evaluation is always free. There are no fees until your case settles. The Law Tigers, 25 years strong. Call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS or visit lawtigers.com. With Law Tigers, you never ride alone. Cook Law Office, PLLC, 539 Broadway, Unit 104, Tacoma, Washington, 98402.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Here it comes, possibly the biggest online midsummer auction anywhere of heavy equipment, trucks, tools, lumber, and much more. Presented by the Murphy Auction Company, bidding is underway now. Featured items include a 2020 Bobcat E32i excavator with less than 1,000 hours, a 2016 Freightliner 2100 Hydrovac truck, a 2011 John Deere 310J 4x4 backhoe, and much more. 10 excavators, 4 backhoes, 11 forklifts, 5 boom and scissor lifts, 5 rollers, 28 golf carts, and more than 60 heavy trucks. But wait, there's more. Attachments, roll-off boxes, shipping containers, contractor tools, lumber, and much more, all going to the highest bidder. Preview all items August 11th and 12th, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at our location in Marysville, 3803 136th Street Northeast. For pictures, catalogs, and all details, visit murphyauction.com. That's murphyauction.com. murphyauction.com.
When an emergency happens, be the first to know. Alert Seattle helps you stay safer and connected. This free service includes alerts about severe weather, safety, health, utility disruptions, major traffic accidents, and more. If you live or work in Seattle, Alert Seattle is the city's official emergency alert system. Sign up for text, email, or phone alerts during emergencies near your home, work, school, and more. Text Seattle to 67283. AlertSeattle.gov to learn more and sign up.
The champs are back.
Really excited to get going.
Nobody covers Seahawks training camp like the home of your Super Bowl champions, Seattle Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doot doot, and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh yeah.
And we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Free at every AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Need a lift? In your business, equipment downtime is not an option. With parts in stock and factory-trained mobile technicians, Levitt Machinery is here to get your business back up and running. From forklifts to telehandlers, aerial lifts to track loaders, trust Levitt Machinery to lift you back up and get your equipment back to work. Because at Levitt Machinery, if it's forked, we fix it. LevittMachinery.com. Give us a call today. Stack it, reach it, lift it, Levitt.
Emerald Queen Casino Event Center presents the main event, powered by WFC, Saturday night, August 8th. A night of professional boxing where champions are made and every punch counts. Contenders from the region go toe-to-toe, ready to prove they belong at the top. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Don't miss Fight Night, August 8th at Emerald Queen Casino. Always entertaining. 21 and older. Need gambling help? Call 800-547-6133 or visit emeraldqueen.com.
This hour is brought to you by Fast Home Services.
Wyman and Bob.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
Weekdays 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Dave, do you believe that misery loves company? Do you ascribe to that?
Yeah.
Way of thinking? All right. Well, I will give you some news that will hopefully make everyone feel better about their misery and bring everyone else down with it. So Luis Castillo is making his first start for the White Sox tonight against the Red Sox. He's given up 5 runs in 4 innings. I don't know. Are we rooting against him? I don't know, but he's not doing well either. So there you go. We're all in it together.
No,
4 innings, 6 hits, 5 earned runs.
I want Castillo to just kill it. As long as it's not against
he's
them.
a great guy. It's like, hey, you know what? I don't think anyone was upset by that trade because you got Chicago to take his entire salary. But, yeah, I guess it looks even better now that happened. You're right. That was unnecessarily mean of me. We do want Luis Castillo to do well. He was great here. He was a great guy. And I kind of talked about it on the pregame show after he was traded that when the Tigers were here, he had that moment where he came into the clubhouse afterwards. I'll never forget that. He got the win in that Game 5 of the ALDS. So we'll remember him for that. It was interesting to watch because, you watch the guys that you trade away to see what they're doing. Yeah. So Luis Castillo ran into some issues there in the 3rd and the 4th inning. 5-5 game between the Red Sox and the White Sox. But, Dave, I did want to get your thoughts on this. And we had a lot going on yesterday, so we didn't get to it. We had a heavy Hard Knocks day breaking down that first episode. We did not talk about the discussion between Mike Macdonald and Nick Emmanwori. What did you think about that? With, Emmanwori not really wanting to go out in the public because he was on the scooter, and Mike Macdonald, the way he kind of approached it, I think kind of let Emmanwori find the answer that he wanted him to find. But what did you take away from that conversation?
Yeah, it's just interesting that Mike, he seems to have time for everybody. And look, obviously this is a guy that, might be his guy, right? Like his favorite player. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what the other thing is he kind of lets guys talk it through, right? Like he's sort of a facilitator and then kind of gets them talking about it. And then, like asks questions like we heard yesterday and we were not introduced to the word chotch, but we've heard him say that before. But, it's kind of like that's kind of a low blow or that's cheesy, right? So, yeah, I mean, and remember when he was talking to Brady Russell, he's like, okay, well, what'd you think about what you said to Derek Hall? And I thought that was really cool. I thought that was interesting. So, and kind of he was going through the sort of same thing with Nicky Emmanwori, kind of talking him through it, right? Like, okay, I'm going to let you say it, but what do you think about this? And ask lots of questions. So I like that kind of stuff. I like that line of thinking. And, yeah, it was cool.
It's an interesting way to lead because you have to have a lot of trust and authenticity, right? You have to know that, hey, I want something to be done this way. And I could just come out and tell them that. Like he could have easily said, Mike Macdonald could have easily said, Nick, you got to be out there, man. Team player, go out there, be with the team. And maybe if you relay it that way, the player's already frustrated because they're going through this grueling rehab and they get a little mad and they tune you out and they don't listen. But Mike Macdonald got Nick Emmanwori to see that way that he wanted him to see it through the questions he mentioned, through empowering him to talk through it, get to the point where he realized, like, oh, yeah, like, this is me being a good teammate, being out there, even though I don't want to be seen on this scooter and all the fans are then going to judge me. So for them to have that, it really spoke to kind of that authenticity, the trust, and then the respect that these guys have. That's something we got into a little bit yesterday, but it was really highlighted by that as well. That with Brady Russell, and we talked about that conversation, someone like Nick Emmanwori, he's almost a superstar already. He had one of the best defensive seasons out of any rookie. He could easily have come in with an attitude and then try to hold Mike's feet to the fire and say, man, what are you going to do without me? Like, I'm valuable to this defense. I'm going to rehab and do what I want to do. But to see how he listens and kind of respects Mike Macdonald, truly impressive. And it feels like just in the small sample size of seeing Brady Russell and Nick Emmanwori, and from all of us talking to players, that's how they all think about Mike Macdonald.
Yeah.
That they know he is in charge, but they respect him and they respect how he treats them as, in a sense, equals. But there's that respect of, hey, I'm going to care about you as a person, but we want to do what's best for the team. I'm imparting that upon you.
Yeah, I mean, and look, I think a lot of the old saying when I grew up was sticks and stones, will break your bones, but words will never. But words are. And so I thought, especially in the Brady Russell thing, sort of bringing him into it, because he really didn't have any choice but to say, yeah, that was chotch, as Mike puts it. Right?
I think you like that now.
It wasn't a cool thing to do, to say. So, and then, just kind of watching him walk through Nick Emmanwori. But I don't remember a rookie having more of an impact. And really, I don't remember a rookie having a better game. Maybe Lofa Tatupu.
Mm-hmm.
Lofa, I think his rookie year, he made a ton of plays. It's hard to make plays in the NFL, especially your rookie year. I mean, you just want to kind of survive and make sure you don't make mistakes and everything. When you're out so on top of it, and I remember Lofa one time got a pick, and I asked him to walk me through it, and he goes, well, I jumped this the first time, so I figured the defensive coordinator would probably come back and run this play, and that's why I made it. And I'm like, wow, this guy's like at a totally different level. Same thing with Emmanwori. That game he had against Atlanta, I mean, I think, did he get a fumble recovery in that one? I don't think so. But he did get an interception.
I feel like he did everything, yeah. Maybe. We'll give him
blocked it. He blocked a kick. He had a sack. He had an interception. So, I mean, that was, that's when, for him, he kind of took off. It's like, okay, he knows that he can, make those kinds of plays. He got a sack the very next week against Indianapolis. So, yeah, love that. He's very important, and, he hasn't been out there. So that's something that, they've been missing. But, when they lost Kobe Bryant, I was like, okay, yeah, that was a tough loss. And I like Kobe too. But, you still have at safety Emmanwori and Julian Love. And those are two of your bigger playmakers. I always say this, Julian Love has a very spoon-like quality, the way that he flies around the field. He really is like a second, probably on that list of guys that are just dynamic and explosive, like Earl Thomas used to be, where you're like, oh, wow, I got to run this back and look, where did he come from? So, yeah, Julian Love, I think he's a little on the underrated side. So they're doing pretty good at safety, but not having Nick out there, it is, and I get it. It sucks when you're injured, you're not out on the field. It's one thing to be around the guys and everything, but if you're not competing every day, I mean, he wants to be out there playing. So it was a cool way that Mike kind of took him through it.
Yeah. So yesterday, Dave and I were out at the Virginia Mason Athletic Center. Our interview with Ernest Jones is now up online. You can check that on YouTube or on our social media platforms. It was fantastic. And then I'd highly recommend checking out this next interview you're going to hear as well. So it's a special edition of the Cal Raleigh Show. It's a very heavy video component that I think adds a lot to it. You're going to hear it, but it's worth checking out on YouTube. That'll go up on our Seattle Sports YouTube page. A special edition of the Cal Raleigh Show coming up next here on Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
Seattle sports extends far beyond Western Washington. Every single day, thousands across our state listen and stream Seattle sports, including our neighbors in Spokane listening on KXLX radio. Our thoughts are with everyone in Spokane, where historic fires have already devastated our state's second most populated city. Join Seattle sports in doing whatever you can for our neighbors in Spokane. See how you can help at mynorthwest.com.
Do you need a new roof? Visit 3treeroofing.com to schedule your free estimate and secure $500 off your project this summer. Our technicians build a custom plan to ensure a high-quality roof installation every time. 3 Tree Roofing, your Puget Sound roofing experts.
If the customer wants to be met in Seattle, then let's get that car from Kirkland to Seattle so that customer can come in there and transact.
The Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
30 years ago, Davis Law Group was founded to be the best law firm for our clients and our community. Our core values are to win, help, and serve. It means our success is defined by the difference we make in our clients' lives and the impact we can have in our community. Not by giant settlement checks or shiny offices. Our mission to lift up the vulnerable extends beyond the courtroom to our charity partners, promoting safety, uplifting students, accident victims, foster youth, and the elderly. If you've been injured and want better results for your claim and for all of Washington, call Davis Law Group today.
Get away from it all and discover a place where good times are guaranteed.
But I'm letting you know at Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining at the steakhouse. Catch your favorite sports on wall-to-wall screens and sink into pure relaxation at the spa. Tee it up at Loomis Trail for championship caliber golf where there's water everywhere, so you better hit them straight. And you can hear your favorite musicians live at the event center. Visit silverreefcasino.com and book your stay today. That's silverreefcasino.com. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Hon, is your new pinball machine in our budget?
KeyBank will meet you in that our money is now our money moment.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for bills and keep our individual accounts for things like pinball machines.
Did someone say Banker Steve? I was in the neighborhood in case you had any checking account questions.
Steve, you're always there for us. Now, how quickly can we open that account?
Steve, are you seeing this?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank, member FDIC.
In 2026, Bay Alarm celebrates 80 years of security. For the Puget Sound, that means local service including burglar and fire alarm systems, 24/7 in-house monitoring, and custom security designed to work with business operations. Bay Alarm has real people rooted in your community looking out for your business. After 8 decades and 3 generations of family ownership, our promise is still the same. We got you. Learn more at bayalarm.com.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Meet Lee Platts, a renter whose possessions fill not only her apartment, but also the darkest corners of a mini storage unit. A land of both truth and fiction. Truth, everything inside is protected by Progressive. Fiction, one day Lee will fit into her clothes from senior year of high school. Renters, discover coverage for what you love and what you can't get rid of in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doot doot, and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh, yeah.
And we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Free at every AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
When it comes to my policy, Farmers gives it to me straight, so there's no surprises.
It's your coverage. You should never be confused.
You hear that? An insurance provider with a conscience.
We're a choir, but yes, we have that too.
Straightforward coverage you can literally understand. That's what you get when
you have Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports.
Wyman pitch to Cal, swinging a drive. Way out of here to right field. Cal Raleigh with a home run.
He's the best catcher in baseball, and he's on Seattle Sports Thursday afternoons all season long on Wyman and Bob. It's the Cal Raleigh Show.
Presented by the Puyallup Tribe of Indians.
With Mariners insider Shannon Dreyer.
All right, this week we've got a special Cal Raleigh Show. We are inside the clubhouse in a very special room, and Cal is in a spot that we see you in quite a bit. Where are we, Cal?
We're inside Joe and Chris's office, our clubhouse, I guess, head clubhouse managers. Is that their official title?
Co-clubhouse managers,
Co-clubhouse managers. What do they say in the office? Co-regional managers. Assistant to the regional manager.
We're your babysitters.
They are,
right.
They are my babysitters.
So if you don't know, clubhouse managers, clubbies, they are the lifeblood of a team. They are the backbone of a team. They are just the most critical support staff, I think, and I get this from you and I get this from others, Cal. And you've got this is a place that you love to be. These are guys that you love to hang out with. Just tell us a little bit about what impact they have on you and on the club.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, these guys kind of keep us on track and make our lives a whole lot easier. And, they're here way, way earlier and later than we are throughout the day. So without these guys, what we do wouldn't be possible. So we're very thankful for them.
And we've got Chris and we've got Joe here, and just really let us know. I mean, how did you come to get these jobs? I think a lot of people are really interested in things that they can do in baseball. How did you land here?
Yeah, my first year with the organization was 2006. Started as a bat boy on the home side, so got to work for my favorite baseball team, be in the dugout, worked that, bat boy in 07, and then position opened up on the clubhouse staff, and in 2008 was lucky enough to join that, and then in 2022, Joe and I got the co-clubhouse manager promotion. So,
Joe, where'd you come from?
I was just a big-time fan, and I was like, how can I get involved? And I landed a security job to do, just checking bags and stuff at the front and making sure everybody's safely getting in and out of the ballpark. And then ended up on the field doing field security for a couple years. And then soon after that, had the opportunity to do, like Chris was saying, become a bat boy as well. In 2012, I used it as internship credit with my grad school degree, and also just have a really cool, a fun thing to do over the summer too. So, and get your foot in the door, meet some of your favorite people, meet Chris, and eventually here we are with Cal. So it feels like yesterday we started, and now you look back, you tell people when you started, and they're like, holy cow, you're old.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, I guess that kind of happens, doesn't it?
It has gone by very fast.
What's a normal day like for you guys? What do you do?
Our staff usually comes in, but sometime between 10 and 11 in the morning. There's a total of 5 of us on our clubhouse staff that help support the players and coaches. Passing out laundry, folding the towels from the night before, and then just kind of getting everything reset so the players can come in and just think about baseball. So then you pass out the packages they've all got and just kind of wait for the random request to come in to help make these guys' day easier so they can get ready for 6:40.
Yeah, no two days are the same for us. I mean, we get random requests from, we're involved in so many different things, like with this 50th celebration, this 50th year celebration that we're celebrating this year, whether it be, getting stuff ready to go for the celebration. We're actually going to be umpires on the field for the home run derby that's happening the night before. So we get mixed up in some random stuff.
Yeah, I did not know that.
And our goal is to never say no. So yeah. And they know that,
Are you going to stick around and heckle the umpires and
now am I doing now? No, I did not know they were going to do that.
Yeah.
How did you get to know these guys?
It started in spring training. My first camp was in 19, and you see these guys around, and you don't really say much at first. You just try to make sure that you keep your head down. You don't really say too much or do too much. And then as you start to get acclimated, I think I was here in 21. And, from there on, I started to get a little more comfortable and started to come in here more and just hang out and get to know them. And I think just being, obviously being at the field a lot, being a catcher, getting here early and staying late, I get to, hang out with these guys a little more so than some others. And, created a cool little bond with these guys, and I've always had a good bond with the clubhouse guys. My dad coached in college, and he always had a one or two kind of part-time, managers. They didn't call them clubbies, but I was always hanging around with them and helping them out with laundry and practice and setting stuff up, and that's kind of where it started. So.
Has Cal helped out with the laundry or done any folding or anything like that?
Yeah.
All right.
In the off season, then when he's here working out, he knows how to work the laundry, so he can do his own laundry when if one of us isn't here, or he gets here so early in the winter that he's usually done working out by the time some of us can get into the building, and he lets us know about it if we weren't present or if we showed up later than he was expecting. So.
I understand that Cal kind of runs things in an organized way here, that you guys may be the co-managers, but he might be the commissioner, it sounds like.
Yeah, he's kind of like the, I don't know, the eyes in the sky. I mean, he set up a meeting with us in spring training, like totally his idea. Wanted to meet at like 7 o'clock every morning in spring training. Let's debrief the day. We knew we only had him a little while before the WBC, so we had to really hit the ground running this year. And then, not to throw anybody under the bus, but Logan was supposed to take that meeting over. Didn't show up once when Cal was in WBC, so.
Too early for him.
You've trained them well. You're even picking on Logan.
You can't trust pitchers.
They know the drill.
What? Wait, I'm sorry. You ran down what the day was. Did he tell you what the day was going to be? Do you tell him what the day is going to be? How does this work?
we would kind of go over to see what had happened the day before, what's on the schedule, but then also
State of the Union.
Yeah, and then also what else we can always get better. So what else? Let's come up with some ideas that we can add. Whether it's we upgraded our scissors and our cuttings for like when we're making the cutoff shirts for some guys, we upgraded all that coming out of that meeting.
We did.
That was a recommendation. We're not afraid to shut him down too if he gets a little too, if the requests become a little too crazy. It was
All right,
Cal,
give me a good idea. Give
in.
me one of his more grandiose ideas here.
We had I think I stole the cutting thing from somebody else, because getting even cuts on shirts for undershirts, it's just small things like that. Obviously they do all that stuff like the laundry and handle all that stuff, but like a lot of like little things too that go unnoticed, like being able to come in here, ask for something, equipment, or set something up with vendors. So Joe orders all of our bats, so like he handles all that stuff. They set up, barbers to come in here. They set up people to come wash guys' cars. Basically anything logistical, they'll help guys, move in and out of their locker, move in and out of their houses. They've done things for me in my house too, so they work off the clock as well. So.
Chris, I saw some nodding over there.
We were trying to get the Christmas lights up on his house last year. It's going to happen this year.
Stop it.
We were up against the clock.
Stop it.
But yeah.
It was a late purchase.
We're gonna get it down.
Yes. So.
All right.
We'll get them nice and festive.
I'm surprised you're not doing this yourself. This seems like something.
He'll be involved.
Okay.
He's got a little bit of Felix in him. Like Felix always hey, let's go do this, but I'm coming with you. Like if we're going to the dump, I want to go to the dump. So he's not just asking for the help. He wants to be involved and get dirty with it too. So
I want support.
Yeah. But we also have to protect him a little bit too. Like our lives aren't worth quite as much as his is. So we say if we see a player standing on a chair or something, can we grab the ladder for you and just do it? We don't want you twisting an ankle or anything like that.
That's one of my worst nightmares. I don't know why they have lockers above lockers. I've seen it in the NBA clubhouses too. It's just like, what's he doing up there?
They're all very confident that they're going to be fine.
Oh, they're athletes, Chris.
until they're not.
And what has he brought to your daily life since he's decided to take up residence in your home here?
Yeah, no, it's been great. We love when he comes in for visits. We get him a little bit more on a DH day maybe than a catching day, but it's just nice to have somebody that is checking in on us too. It's not just he's just not here for himself. He's here for checking in on our staff and asking how our families are doing and that stuff. But yeah, so he just kind of feels like he's an extra body, like on our staff or in our family, because we're here from spring training till into the season. Like we see each other a lot, so it's nice to have just the same steady person and somebody around every day.
Yeah, we give him a lot of grief to his face, but like my 4-year-old at home calls him Uncle Cal, and
that's right.
My children do not. They won't give him the time of day.
They don't like me as
They're
much.
keeping him humble.
I gotta get it. I'm a little slow getting to Chris's kids, so maybe one day.
Bring a puppy.
We tried to bribe him with candy, but that's Mule's job.
Yeah.
I understand you've injected some fun into the daily routine, too, for them.
Yeah, we tried to, like I said, I think it started, I guess, in spring. We started the meetings, and then we're trying to, just bring some fun around here and do some cool things. So if I do something cool in the field, there has to be some kind of repercussion that goes on in the clubhouse. And and then vice versa. If I don't do something very good on the field, then there needs to be some more repercussion. But we got to fine tune it a little bit. It's been a little wonky this year, and it's the first year, so we'll get better. We'll keep holding each other accountable.
Are you the benefit of that, or are you the...
Yes and no.
Yes, it's a long season, and so it's a nice way to kind of help our players just kind of, like over the years I've had to shave my head if a pitcher hit a home run. Felix hit a grand slam that year. That didn't help. Cal, a couple years ago, hit a home run from each side of the plate. There was one out there for that. Ended up getting a body wax. Little painful, but he earned it,
We all got to swipe.
Last year, Joe got a very nice haircut by Cal for the same kind of reward. So it's just certain guys like to have an extra little thing just to kind of keep it light, keep it fun. They can't just come here and bang their head against the wall every day.
And you don't have to do anything?
Well, we got to work the kinks out. So there's.
Wait a second.
We got to work the kinks out. So we. Like I said, with the shortened spring training this year, we were supposed to figure some stuff out then, or not short, it was WBC, but hopefully, we'll get it dialed in. We'll figure something out.
One of the things that I see is that I see so many people around this team that I don't think people understand that there's 26, but then there is everybody that's down here that's in support. And it just seems so genuine and just so everything is, let's do what we can for these guys and let's be up and let's provide the best atmosphere. How important is that to you guys?
Yeah, I think it's really become like a family, and over the last 5 years, 5 years ago, they kind of made some changes, like when Chris and I came on, and just kind of tasked us with hey, let's make this group. This is the group we want going forward, right? Whether it's players, whether it's staff, this is the group we want to build from. And even Jerry said that kind of stuff in meetings, whether it be coaching staffs or support staff, that kind of stuff. And just really hey, let's embrace each other. Let's build each other up. Let's try to challenge each other when it's needed, or give each other a little push or a pat on the back or whatever it is that's needed. Try to come by each other and just be that person for them. So I feel a closeness with every single person in this clubhouse, and we travel together. We spend whether it's Chris and I are able to split up our travel, but a lot of these guys are spending 180 straight days with each other, plus spring training, and it becomes a big part of your year. I mean, Chris and I joke that we're each other's work wives, work spouses, because we see each other more than we see our families. So, from that perspective, you can't just come into the office and turn on your work face and not feel, a connection with every single person in this room. And that, you too, Shannon, we travel with you,
Sorry.
All these people,
I'm really sorry.
We stay at the same hotels as all these people. We end up doing things outside of work together. And we choose to do that, even though we're already spending so much time together, because we love each other. And yeah, there's days that aren't our favorites. Cal will tell you, sometimes I'm salty and he doesn't want to talk to me that day, or he knows that I'm not approachable that day or something like that. But no, in all seriousness, we love and support each other, and it's just we're all each other's brothers and sisters. So,
yeah, for so many of these guys, our support staff, Seattle isn't home for them. So Joe and I both grew up Mariner fans, grew up in this region. This is our home base. Our families are here. So if guys can lean on us that are, they're here for 8 months, 6 months, everybody's kind of on their own island with their family. Their wives are in town, or their wives are here for the season, or they had a baby here, but their support is in Arizona or California. So as much as we can help with everybody, it just kind of brings us closer together that way as well.
Cal, what's the biggest thing they've given you?
Oh, jeez. I don't know. It's fun getting to come to the field every day and, enjoying that. you get to see these guys, and they're definitely definitely a constant in my life. And like I said, I have a home here now, and I get to see these guys throughout, even past the season. So they're just consistent. They're great people, down to earth, and like I said, besides they'll help you with anything you need, obviously, but they're people you can lean on, good friends, and almost feel like family at this point. So even when they do get annoyed with me or something like that, which happens from time to time, probably. So.
All right. When was the last time you got annoyed with them?
Which they probably can't even count by this point. So.
Usually he sees me and he just says, "I don't need you right now. I'm already over you." So, which means I just need to get a little bit closer. So
you're saying he's sensitive?
We like to flip it back and forth a little bit.
I can be sensitive.
You can be sensitive.
I can be a little sensitive sometimes.
Okay. All right.
Everybody has their days, right?
We're all human.
Yeah. And I mean, this is comfortable for you. You said you grew up here. Is this like just a spot that you feel that you belong in here, kind of?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been in the clubhouse, and like I said, I grew up doing it, and so like I think just there's a natural kind of draw to being close to these guys, and even the other guys in the other room, Mule, Tim, Billy, Tim. I had him during the COVID year, so he was down in Tacoma with us, and it's definitely been very cool getting to slowly kind of build up into that, and we'll have to let everybody meet Mule at some point.
Okay.
Pete Fortune. So he's one of a kind. He's been here 40 years.
40 plus.
Yeah,
40 plus years.
First year in
okay,
Major
that's
League
a
Baseball.
CRS with stories. All right. Okay, we'll get the stories out of Pete.
Yeah.
All right. We've only got a couple more minutes here. Can you show us some stuff?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Let's see some stuff. This room is amazing.
We're walking, I guess.
Let's go, Cal. Let's see some stuff.
Sure.
Where are we going?
We'll go to the wall first here.
Okay.
So these guys could probably tell you more about all this stuff than I can, but they get to collect throughout the years all the giveaways, all the cool stuff, maybe happens off the field, some cool moments in time, and some inside jokes as well. So you get the wall here. You see some pretty cool stuff on there. You get some cool moments up here that they put up there. Some, I think, what was that?
That's the 95 walk-off.
The walk-off. And then Ichiro's hit, perfect game.
And then some guy called Cal Raleigh that ended our drought in 22.
So this is all pretty cool stuff. You got some cool giveaways, cool bobbleheads. And then you got, I think this is one of my favorite things right here. I think Joe added that. Did you add that?
Yeah, I mean,
the tree?
Yeah. So our Golden Locker Award is the award that we give to the tidiest locker, or the person that's made the most improvements, or just a holistic approach of how they're keeping their locker nice and tidy throughout the year. We award it every couple homestands, so you can see the ornaments of the guys who have won it this year. Logan there, Perry Hill.
Oh, and coaches too.
Rob Ruff. Yeah, everybody has the opportunity.
All right.
The angel at the top of the tree is the overall winner from last year, George Kirby. But the truth of the matter is, Cal was kind of the inspiration behind this award. He was the first winner, and
it was back when it was the Golden Hanger Award.
Yeah,
wow, that's how old we're getting.
Yes, he took it upon himself to tidy up his locker. There's actually a photo over here.
The first one.
Back when the lockers were orange. There you go.
Very good.
When they win, if they win the Golden Locker, they get a gold locker that we've. And inside that, there's a armband that's gold. There's a beanie this year. We've had hats. They get a Golden Locker laundry loop. And then they get a rally token for the Cal Raleigh, and it's $100 for either a free haircut or your car wash.
Oh.
So they can turn that in for getting rewarded that way.
Now, are you still eligible, or is this?
He doesn't win too often.
Well, there's a conspiracy going on right now, and I think people are working against me. I think there's something going on in in the secret meetings that I'm not being told.
All right.
There's a group of voters, and
I need to. My locker's been good this year. I'd say it's been good this year. It hasn't been great though. So I think it needs to. Maybe I might need to add some toys and tricks to it. Some flair.
Yeah, people have gotten really into it. So
we got people who have lights on there and organized shelves.
A lot of effort.
Victor's shoes are lighted down underneath.
Yes. That's elite.
A lot of effort.
Yes.
He's a really
He's an
good
all-timer.
He is an all-time locker. Hall of Famer.
We don't miss those bats up top too, because those are a couple different players' weekends over the years. The leaning into like the supersonic, bring them back. I think he is single-handedly part of the reason that the Sonics are coming back in 2028. Fingers crossed.
I think it was the bat.
That was a big part of it. Probably the bat. And then just a couple other bats from last year. One from the home run derby, and then another one that he broke in along the way on his 60 home run path. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Joe hated me last year with all the home runs.
Well, having to collect some home runs and on the road was a little bit of a challenge, but we got there.
Did you get them all?
And all the ones we wanted.
We pretty much got anything that was of any sort of relevance. Joe was on it, and it was kind of annoying to a certain degree, but that's what I'm saying. These guys literally do everything.
That was a tough. I mean, we kind of had talks behind the scenes, and we're coming down when he's at like 25 homers to go over. Like, so if things keep going well, how should we approach this? And he said, "You guys deal with it. You have my best interest." And then so we kind of check in.
I'm a little busy.
And we were trying. Like, we don't want to get in the way of what's going on either. Like, hey, if you hit 50 homers this year, like that's
it's baseball too.
Like baseball's hard. So
Baseball's
it's baseball, hard. And like you don't want to bring it up because then maybe it's a jinx or whatever too. Like you're
Can do that.
Anyway, didn't end up being a jinx. So there you go.
All right. How about a couple more items? Do you guys have favorites? Other than the tree, which I agree. Didn't realize it was a golden locker tree. That's awesome.
We can. Maybe the last thing we'll show is just these pictures on the wall that kind of like our goal is to like show like some lifestyle photos of just like what it means to be clubhouse managers, but like not like our daily grind. It's more just like the relationships we make and stuff. And you can see Cal here with Pete. This is Pete, who we referenced before. And
that's
we dressed them up in
Cal,
Johnny Cash outfit for spring training.
Cal set him up with that whole fit. And he wore it around in the clubhouse that day during spring training. So that's a pretty cool memory, and just kind of goes to show like what type of person Cal is as well. So
Pete's popcorn, you got it all. There's some massive Kraken fans in here too.
Yes.
That's true.
I recall seeing you guys in some social media posts together at Kraken.
Oh yeah.
Maybe at a Seahawk game too with a flag.
Yes.
Oh yes, that's right.
That was one of our first big outings.
I forgot about that.
Raise the flag with
Marco
Cal.
was there too.
Yeah, that was in 22.
That's right.
That was very cool. Get to do that. Very special.
All right. Well, guys, this has been absolutely fantastic. Thank you for letting us in.
Of course.
Thanks for coming.
We'll do round 2 next week.
Put it on the meeting. Put it on the agenda.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you all for coming by.
All right.
We'll catch up with Ernest Jones out here at the Virginia Mason Athletic Center. Wyman and Bob on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
Wilson, Freddie, Ibanez, Ichiro.
There it is, number 258, a major league record for Ichiro.
A celebration 50 seasons in the making. The top 50 Mariners of all time are unveiled during the Mariners 50 season celebration ceremony. Saturday at 5:30, ahead of the Mariners and Rays at 6:50. Hear every moment live on Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Since time immemorial, the Puyallup tribe of Indians have lived on what is now called Puget Sound. The Puyallup tribe is a sovereign nation of more than 6,000 members and one of the largest employers in Pierce County. Today, the Puyallup tribe continues to serve its members and community with generosity and is committed to building a sustainable way of life for future generations. Learn more at puyalluptribe-nsn.gov. That's puyalluptribe-nsn.gov.
Jane Dawson did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With the money she saved, she got herself a pricey bird feeder with an ultra-high-def camera. Should Jane have just bought a regular bird feeder? Yes. Is it hard for her to admire nature when the camera doubles as the bird's potty? Also, yes. But it's Jane's savings, and if she wants to spend her time watching the digestive habits of the white-breasted nuthatch, we say you go, girl. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, to get 30, to get 20, 20, 20, to get 20, 20, to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month. Sold!
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
On BritBox, your next hidden gem is right around the corner.
If you're going to be bold, here is the place to do it.
Get ready for Britain's most anticipated series, streaming exclusively on BritBox. Catch new seasons of favourites, including Ludwig, starring David Mitchell.
You want someone to get murdered?
And the eagerly awaited new adaptation of Agatha Christie's iconic detective duo, Tommy and Tuppence.
Do you think we're actually really good at this?
Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Watch with a free trial.
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, accurate auto body.
If you've been in an auto accident, you have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, accurate auto body.
Olympic Hot Tub has more ways than ever to achieve total wellness at home. Immerse yourself in a saltwater hot spring spa and let jets melt stress away. Enjoy a refreshing swim in an endless pool swim spa. Retreat to healing warmth and detox in a Tilo sauna. Then awaken mind and body with a cold plunge. You'll be saying, ah, in no time. Your path to wellness starts today at Olympic Hot Tub. Current specials with exciting savings at olympichottub.com. Better you, better life.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run!
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
The Boeing Classic welcomes the world's greatest golf legends to the Pacific Northwest, August 14th through the 16th at the club at Snoqualmie Ridge. Watch Masters champions and Golf Hall of Famers compete for a $2.3 million purse at the only PGA Tour champion stop in the region. Bring the whole family and make sure to check out the Seahawks Village, packed with fun for all ages. Tickets start at just $20 and kids get in free. Visit BoeingClassic.com to get yours today.
Got leaks? Tired of applying those cheap roof coating products that never seem to last? What if you could find a roof coating that remains permanently flexible and won't be impacted by harsh UV rays or temperature extremes? Dunn Lumber has what you're looking for. Geico Roof. 100% silicone roof coating, waterproofs, protects, and withstands permanent ponding water with an industry-leading 50-year limited warranty. Available in a variety of colors and on sale now at Dunn Lumber.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Wyman and Bob.
Weekdays 2 to 7
on Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Mike Lefko and Dave Wyman live from Seahawks training camp. Please be joined now by Seahawks linebacker Ernest Jones. Ernest, I know we've been wanting to talk to you for a long time. Thanks for joining us, man. How's it going?
Of course, man. Thank y'all for having me. It's great playing ball back with the guys, so I'm enjoying it.
Looks great out here. We talked about this. These fans are just incredible. They pack the berm. How is it for you guys? Do you notice them during practice? Are you able to tune them out? And then what's it like afterwards when they're just swarming, wanting autographs, take pictures?
Yeah.
What's that like to
honestly,
play in
it's
front
so
of these fans?
it's so cool. You definitely notice them during practice. For the defensive side, it's usually when the offense makes a play. That's when we hear them the most. But that's what puts butts in the house. So. But we enjoy it. We get to see these fans. We get to sign these, sign autographs. They come out. They support us really heavily during the season. So it's just good for us to show them some love at the end of the day, too.
Ernest, what's it like walking around a Super Bowl champion during the offseason? What was that like? What any interesting experiences or anything? And has it even hit home yet?
Yeah, it hits home now. I think I definitely, understand what we did for this city. And you can feel it. I remember times I would go out to the farmers market and, there was no shot that I'd be able to do this, every day. Everyone was noticing who I was, and that's kind of different for me. So it's kind of funny when I go in the grocery store and somebody recognizes me and I'm like, hey, keep it down before you alert someone else. And honestly, they still alert people, but it's fun. The fans here show us so much love, so I love it.
Have you had enough time to appreciate it now, kind of put it past you, or is it something where you still want to hold on to that, what you guys did well to carry into the season? How do you balance it? Yeah, we were really good. We won a Super Bowl, but also this is a new season, as you guys have talked about.
Yeah, I think the way we balance it is I think we set a standard, and I think the standard's been building, for 2 years, at least the 2 years that I've been here. But we set a standard. We want to win, and whatever that means, if that's Super Bowls, whatever it is, we want to win each and every game. And we're still taking it one day at a time. It's kind of hard not to look at your success and be like, okay, let's just copy that. But you can't copy. You can only start back from ground zero, build to, where we got to, build to becoming a great team, but using those experiences to also, propel you into, knowing, having confidence in knowing that you got a good team.
EJ, I think we must have played your quote maybe 15 times last year after the Ram game where you come to the defense of Sam Darnold. Just loved that. Tell us about your relationship, and just I felt like that was really the point because you didn't lose another game after that.
Yeah,
I think it was because of your quote.
Yeah,
but I mean, that kind of unity is rare. That in the NFL, and for you to express that was just that was an unbelievable moment, and I think that really kind of solidified who you guys were as 100%. A team.
I think that was a big moment. I think a lot of people, a lot of teams, they'll try to copy what we have, but it's authentic and it's truly genuine here. And this is a different place than where I've been in, in past places. The way these guys, we truly love each other and we want to win. We want to go out there and it doesn't matter who's getting the personal glory. As long as we're getting wins, we know that our own personal success will come. And me and Sam, honestly, we've always had a relationship as enemies. Sam almost threw me a pick last year and I dropped it. So it was kind of something there. But once he became my teammate, man, I just looked at his work, man. Sam came in, head down, and just led our offense. And in that moment, I wouldn't allow my quarterback or any of my teammates to feel like all the blame should be on them. Yeah. We all had our fair share in that game, and we could have came out with a win even with what happened. So Sam's my dog. Sam knows I got his back, and these guys know if you ever need somebody to come fight with you, just call me. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Call number 13.
Yes, please do.
There we go, on speed dial. Well, can you tell us a little bit more about that, Ernest? Just being a leader, is that something that you actively think about? Does it come natural for you, or how do you kind of show this team and everyone out here that you are a leader?
I think, when it comes to this team, you do about actions, especially with me coming in, in the middle of a season. I had to come in and show, my work, and that's how I was able to, earn the respect of those guys then. And I think leadership comes from, it's kind of how you were raised, in my opinion. My mom did not want to follow her. I was going to set my own race. I was going to do my thing, and I wasn't going to be influenced by others. And I think I just carried that. And then it's kind of natural for me now. It's just me being me, knowing that at times that I have to use my voice in ways that maybe I don't want to, but knowing that I can use my voice to get through to people, to get through a team, to get through a defense, it's just me now. I take pride in it. I love doing it, and it's something that, I want to teach my kids, and I just want to continue to pass it on.
Hey, talk to us about your I always tried to, like, if my D-line was out, like, they never paid for a beer, try to take care of those guys. I played behind Cortez Kennedy.
100%.
Oh, my God. I mean, those kind of guys, I mean, they're so unselfish. And to kind of describe your relationship with Murph and Big Cat and all those defensive linemen.
Those are the guys I'm coming to fight first, regardless. Like, those guys know that if they need me at the drop of a dime, I'm going to be there. And our relationship is really good. We joke around, we play all day, but they know that I have their back. Yeah. And like I'm dependent on them, they're dependent on me to, make them look good, and they make me look really good. So we do take care of them. We were actually saying today in the linebacker room, like, hey, we need to at least once a week get these guys some steaks and just make sure they're taken care of, because they do a hell of a job for us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great stuff. Hey, what's your dynamic and kind of relationship like with Mike Macdonald? He has talked so glowingly about you, and we see you as a linebacker as kind of the extension of him in this defense. What's that dynamic like between you two?
I mean, we got a really good relationship. We talk about life a lot. But honestly, I want to make it as easy on Mike as possible. Mike's already got a lot on his hands with defense, with the team in general. So me being an extension of him and being able to, spot things out before they happen, get our guys lined up, and he doesn't have to use his voice as much for that. That's what I'm here for. We got blessed with a hell of a coach, like a guy that loves football, and he loves us. So in all honesty, I just try to do my best to make it easier on him, go out there and just calm everybody down and make sure he can just focus on what he needs to focus on and let us go to work.
Seems like you've reevaluated maybe what your favorite play is. We were talking about it before you came on.
100%.
6 interceptions, including the playoffs.
Yes,
that's pretty sweet. You said tackles, but those interceptions.
It's something different when you get that ball now.
Yeah.
I love it now. Honestly, every time I used to tell guys, like, when I catch an interception, like, I'm just going to go down. But, man, I want to run and go for touchdowns now. Like, I want to score, too. I want to feel what Jax feels all the time. So, definitely, I would say interceptions have taken over for tackles, and I love those.
Yeah.
I wish you would have given that advice to this former linebacker, because that's what
I was the worst run back guy in the world. The worst. I mean, I'd make a good play, but then – yeah, I was just awful. I was always afraid I was going to fumble the ball back.
100%. That is a scare. That is a scare, but high and tight and just pray that you come down with it.
Do you get to work on ball security? I mean, are you practicing that ever, or do you just kind of instinctively know, I better protect this thing so I don't get it often?
It's that. I better protect it because it's not going to come every time. But also, I played a little running back growing up. I've had the ball in my hands a couple times, so I remember how I was supposed to do it.
Yeah, maybe that was my problem. I was terrible. I didn't get very many opportunities. But you always get clowned. I mean, I picked off Dan Marino. It was a great play. I'm sorry.
Yes.
It was a good play.
Great play.
I'm bragging. Worst run back ever. And so, everybody just gave me a bunch of crap for it, and they still do.
I'm going to go watch that. And next time I see you, I'll try to give you some crap, too.
I guarantee you will. Yeah.
Hey, go ahead, Nick.
No, I was going to say, the one, what was it, like 60, 65 yards that you had?
And the Vikings?
Yeah.
Was it? I think so. It was close. It was a long way.
I just remember you saying, I was tired,
and then they're like, hey, we got to go back, which I know that. But then I go up to Mike, and he's like, you good? Yes. Yes, somewhat. We better get a 3 and out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny. Yeah, underrated part of that. You don't think about that. You score. Oh, you got to go right back out.
You got to go right back.
But, part of it, you're running out of fear because you know that if you get tracked down,
it's going to be even worse.
Teammates never going to let you hear the end of it.
100%. Enrique, my former teammate, he ran me down. Not even a defensive player. He was just showing off his speed that day.
Yeah,
so.
He had to show you up.
Show me up.
What's wrong with him?
All right, Ernest, so before we let you go here, it was the big storyline leading into this week, and now we saw the debut episode of Hard Knocks.
Yep.
I'm sure everyone was excited. What did you think of how it played out, how you were portrayed, and how everyone came out in that first episode?
I'm be honest, my wife, we got to watch it together. That's going to be our movie date night. So I haven't watched it yet.
All right.
I didn't see a couple clips, the fights. It's going to be fun. I'll tell you, we got a great group of guys, and we're just being us. I mean, I love that we're being us. Coach Mike's allowing us to be us and just do it just authentically. And Hard Knocks doing a great job, man. We are truly enjoying it.
Yeah. Great stuff there. Well, Ernest, thank you very much. We appreciate the time. Great to hear from you. The 12s love hearing from you. We love to hear your insight, and thanks for joining us.
Thank y'all for having me.
I'm going to tell Ernest what happened, okay?
The
in the
interception?
Dan Marino
Yeah,
run
well,
back
we're going to
real
show
quick.
him. We are going to show him.
Yes.
You show him the clip.
Let's see it.
Right now during the
I'm going to cut. I'm going to edit it.
Okay.
All right. Seahawks linebacker Ernest Jones here. Thanks for the time, as always. One moment that stood out from Hard Knocks yesterday and what it says about Mike Macdonald's leadership. We'll dive into that up next. Mike Lefko and Dave Wyman here with you. Wyman and Bob on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
Seattle sports extends far beyond Western Washington. Every single day, thousands across our state listen and stream Seattle sports, including our neighbors in Spokane listening on KXLX radio. Our thoughts are with everyone in Spokane, where historic fires have already devastated our state's second most populated city. Join Seattle sports in doing whatever you can for our neighbors in Spokane. See how you can help at mynorthwest.com.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years guaranteed? Now through August 24th, new Xfinity customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Plus, it keeps you protected from online threats. And get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto-pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Here it comes, possibly the biggest online midsummer auction anywhere of heavy equipment, trucks, tools, lumber, and much more. Presented by the Murphy Auction Company, bidding is underway now. Featured items include a 2020 Bobcat E32i excavator with less than 1,000 hours, a 2016 Freightliner 2100 Hydrovac truck, a 2011 John Deere 310J 4x4 backhoe, and much more. 10 excavators, 4 backhoes, 11 forklifts, 5 boom and scissor lifts, 5 rollers, 28 golf carts, and more than 60 heavy trucks. But wait, there's more. Attachments, roll-off boxes, shipping containers, contractor tools, lumber, and much more all go into the highest bidder. Preview all items August 11th and 12th, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at our location in Marysville, 3803 136th Street Northeast. For pictures, catalogs, and all details, visit murphyauction.com. That's murphyauction.com. murphyauction.com.
Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
At Farmers, our honesty is contagious.
Wait, am I going to catch honesty?
Well, when you're with Farmers, it's kind of inevitable.
Well, how long does it take to... I lied to you when you asked if I knew what a deductible was. I don't know my dad's birthday, and I thought umbrella policies were for rainstorms. Actual rainstorms. I have it, don't I?
You don't just have honesty.
You have Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
Compassion. Communication. Results. That's Pendergast Law Personal Injury Lawyers. Go to pendergastlaw.com. That's pendergastlaw.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS4KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
This is it. These are the nights. The ones where you laugh until you can't anymore. And smile until your head hits the pillow. Where everything feels just right. Because it is. Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Must be 21 and over. Please gamble responsibly.
Guys, if you have low energy or reduced drive, it could be low testosterone. At Revive Health here in Seattle, start with a free testosterone exam and consultation with an experienced medical provider. And for a limited time, qualified patients can get started with a free month of TRT. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit revivehealth.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Wyman and Bob.
Weekdays 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
A lot of gold from that Seahawks episode of Hard Knocks, episode 1 of 5. It'll be every Tuesday. I think it's interesting once you get into the preseason, the actual games. You see that footage. We'll hear some Dave Wyman in the booth. Some Rabel and Wyman calls. You looking forward to that?
Do they do that?
Oh, yeah. They show the highlights, the touchdowns. They put the radio call on it.
Yeah.
You're going to be all over the later episodes of Hard Knocks, Dave.
I seriously doubt it. They'll probably cut those out. I'll get edited.
Rabel will make the call. They'll stop before your call.
Yes, exactly.
I'm sorry. Well, at some point, maybe we'll get on the show. Were you looking? I think a few of us were looking to see if our Seattle sports tent would make it on, or something from our station would make it on to Hard Knocks. Didn't really get much signage on there.
No.
They stuck to the field.
Did you? I wasn't even really looking for us, but somebody told me from the station that, I saw you. And then she said something about how, and I saw all the episodes. And I'm like, first of all, there's only one episode.
What are you watching?
Second of all, I think you're just watching something else. And second of all, I'm pretty sure I wasn't anywhere.
No, you weren't anywhere. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't. But that's fine.
I want to know what show this person's watching, then.
Yeah, I know. Maybe she was looking at years past or something. Anyway, but yeah, I thought it was cool. It was kind of a little bit bizarre. Like, what's with the goat in the beginning?
It was like a little social media stunt they had for JSN.
Yeah, because of and then Brady Russell gets peed on.
That was very funny. that was a very funny part of that. There was. Really, I think the most serious part of it did involve Brady Russell, though, and it was Mike Macdonald kind of in the aftermath of the fight and the skirmish. According to Brady Henderson, that was actually the second fight. The more intense one was the second fight that day. He said they showed them out of order. But either way, that was a pretty intense fight there. It was Brady Russell and Derek Hall, and everyone kind of got into it. And Mike Macdonald is out there. And this was Mike Macdonald first talking to Aden Dirty and then going over to talk to Brady Russell about that fight.
I'm disappointed in D Hall. Like, why would you come in and go behind the guys?
I'm just telling you, the thing Brady said to him, bro, like...
What did he say?
He said you changed because your money. D Hall hasn't changed. And like that, when you like get into talking, I'm good with that. Like,
that's kind of...
Those personal things, like, they're the things that chip away at...
I didn't know he said that. When did he say that?
He said it on the sideline. I was hurting. I'm kind of trying to just keep it calm.
Yeah. Hey, Brady, I'm good with us, like, trash talking, but, like, I think you kind of crossed the line. Like,
is there?
I know your emotions are high, but, like, it's kind of a chotch thing to tell
What you got, Mac? Yes, sir.
You agree?
Yeah. Yeah.
As your teammate, like, you should be happy for him. Now, if he does a cheap shot, like, tell him he's out of line for a cheap shot.
I guess that's kind of what I felt like I was doing. Because of his slam on Cable Dude.
That's fair, but like,
I agree.
All right.
Yeah, you know what's interesting about that is that Mike is focusing much more on the words than the violence. yeah, that is how you tear a relationship down, is through words. And, saying that, oh, he changed because of the money. And actually, I thought he kind of took a discount.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly think Derek Hall could have got more on the open market if he waited for that to happen. But, I thought that was, he calls things chotch.
I was going to say, he loves that word.
Yeah, I don't, it's kind of like hokey or maybe stupid, or I don't know what exactly.
It means kind of being a type of person you don't want to be. If you look up the definition, there's kind of an informal use that's been associated to it. But he does love that word. We've heard it a few times from him. But it's not the kind of person you want to be. I think he was referring to it in that situation.
Right. Yeah. And, it just kind of, it gets a little bit personal. And so, and your words can be much more harmful than any kind of punch, especially when you're wearing a big plastic helmet. Right. So, yeah, I like that, that Mike recognized that right away, and that's something that, that they don't want there. And I'm sure that there are some guys that don't care for each other. We saw a couple of flame-ups on the sidelines, right, between Nick Emmanwori. We saw it with Derek Hall and Jaron Reed, actually, the year before that. So you're always going to have that. You're going to have those kinds of guys. And Derek Hall seems to be one of those guys that's pretty intense. And he's intensely defensive of his short shorts.
Yeah.
But, I think those things, he's probably a guy that maybe is the most fiery, and I would say that in a good way, because we had a discussion with him earlier in the year, and he just was fantastic for 20 minutes straight. Just a great Seahawk, and I honestly do think that he took a pretty big discount just to stay here, just to be part of this. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to. I would be interested. I'm sure we're not going to be able to see that, but what how Mike talks to, of course, Brady Russell, we heard that, and Derek Hall, and maybe just tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, what do you think about how he handled all that, though? I mean, kind of talking to Dirty first to get the sides of it, and then, that's a conversation where you can tell he's annoyed, but to stay level-headed and to have that kind of respectful conversation with Brady Russell, you're coaching and you're teaching in that moment, but I'm sure it's different than a lot of coaches you might have had, where if you're mad at a guy, are you going to have a conversation like that? Mm-hmm. I mean, probably back in the old day, right? Guys are just screaming at you. Did you have coaches that would, if you had screwed up, would you have had a coach that spoke to you like Macdonald did there, trying to hear your side, but also imparting his wisdom in a calm way? Or is it just, Wyman, don't do that again?
Not a chance. Yeah. I mean, there's no way we're having that kind of conversation. So, yeah, it was very, the second I heard him, want to know about what was said, those are the most harmful things. So, and that's what can chip away at a really good team. And this is a great team as far as that part goes. So, yeah, that was very cool to hear that. And it kind of sounded almost like, somebody's solving a problem on the playground, going out and watch your words, watch. But I mean, it's very real, because those are the things that, that's where you can do the most damage.
Yeah, it's so impressive with what Mike Macdonald has done in only 2 seasons, and now here going into his 3rd. But it's a little piece like that you normally would not ever get insight into, because where anyone else is in practice, you're not on the field. We're nowhere close. And we have a better view than fans. I mean, we're in front of the barriers. We're nowhere close to getting that kind of access. So I think that's where Hard Knocks is a great thing for us who cover and talk about and are around the Seahawks team every day, just to see another side that even being here every single day, we would have never known about. But now you get a little picture into what makes Mike Macdonald so well respected, that he can kind of command every different side of this, and with a whole group of players, various backgrounds and motivations and desires, and to come in there and to handle that situation, I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I get why people just respect him. They appreciate what he does and how they kind of build and fall behind him in a sport where you have a lot of big egos, and rightfully so, because you're at the height of a very masculine profession where you're hitting people. You have to be very ego-filled and believe you're the best, because you have to be an extremely talented athlete to get to this level. It can be tough to win over a locker room like that, but Macdonald, with things like that, it was so thoroughly impressive to me. That might have been the most impressive part of the entire episode. We talked about the funny moments. There were some moments of hilarity, but to me, that kind of insight and that pulling Brady Russell aside was probably the most impressive part of the whole episode to me. with Mike Macdonald.
That'll do it for our show today. A big thanks to everyone involved in this one. We'll be back tomorrow. A very special Wyman and Bob coming to you live from Edgar's, the Mariners' 50th weekend celebration. A lot of special guests coming your way. Stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow, 2 o'clock, right here on Wyman and Bob.
Seattle sports extends far beyond Western Washington. Every single day, thousands across our state listen and stream Seattle sports, including our neighbors in Spokane listening on KXLX radio. Our thoughts are with everyone in Spokane, where historic fires have already devastated our state's second most populated city. Join Seattle sports in doing whatever you can for our neighbors in Spokane. See how you can help at mynorthwest.com.
If it's blocking your view, keeping your yard dark or shaded, or impossible to mow around, get rid of that tree or stump this summer with P&D Tree Service. They'll do it safely and quickly, cleaning up your yard in the process. P&D Tree turns multi-day jobs into a few hours, saving you time and money. One tree or land clearing, they have the tools and expertise for the job. They specialize in large tree removal. Ever seen a tree removed by crane? PndTreeService.com.
Looking for the best deal on a new home? Discover the D.R. Horton Home of the Week. With new home communities from Lacey to Stanwood, D.R. Horton has the right home for the best value. Visit drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments. Clearly different wealth management. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's renter's insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the four walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone, get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
The Mariners' 50th season celebration ceremony.
And belted one for history! My, oh my! Jay Buhner!
Saturday at 5:30. Live coverage on the free Seattle Sports app.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Earn an accredited MBA in as few as 16 months for about $21K at University of Maryland Global Campus. Explore 10 specializations, including finance,